Hey everybody, just got back to the farm, got the skid steer home. It's running really well. And I'm down here at the Cover It building by the fuel caddy. And I brought a semi cut in half here water bottle. And I'm going to use this to determine whether I have any water in this fuel caddy or not. So typically what happens is the fuel will float on top of the water. So I'm gonna get some fuel out of this fuel caddy, put it in here. I'm gonna let it sit here on the tailgate of the Ranger for a few minutes, and we'll see if there's any water and fuel separation going on here. So I've got our small jump pack that we keep down here at the barn hooked up to the transfer tank, and I'm gonna get a little bit of fuel into the hose. I don't really want it to come out the spigot yet. All right, so pumped it out. The camera was kind of in the way, so I couldn't film putting it in there, but it's been sitting for probably 5 minutes and I'm not seeing any separation between fuel and water. So far it's looking pretty good. So yeah, the whole purpose of me doing this is to be sure that my fuel supply here and my fuel caddy is good to put in my machine that I just got fixed, let alone any of the other machines we have here on the property. The gentleman who I was doing work for had claimed that he thought that maybe my fuel was bad. Now we can see that this fuel caddy has been sitting since I've brought it home from that job. Motionless, completely motionless. So any water that would have been at the bottom of that fuel caddy would have been the first thing to come up into that hose when I kicked on that pump. So you can see here in the sample that there is zero water in this fuel. You can see that I've got a fuel filter here in line that removes particles and detects water. Okay, so I imagine just like the fuel pump at work in the lumber yard, usually what winds up happening there is when there's water in the filter, it doesn't really allow high flow fuel to go through that filter, and the pump slows way down and kind of starts whining. So at that point, you know, like, you really need to change that filter.